Welcome to the third of 6 tutorials on painting a portrait, titled Tone and Colours. Probably one of the biggest breakthroughs in my painting career was when a very experienced painter asked me if I knew my colours. "Are you joking?" I said. The next day, he gave me this book. After 6 months to when I got over the insult, I decided to read it. I found it transformed my understanding of mixing colours. I've condensed it down to these 2 charts as to save you hours of study. Tone is reasonably easy to understand with a black and white image. It is simply in what proportion do you mix 2 colours together. However, it gets far more complex when painting in colour, as you are in effect mixing 16 million colours. Clearly, we have to simplify the process. Looking at a standard colour wheel, we start with 3 primary colours, yellow, red, blue. With mixing any 2 of these primary colours equally, we get 3 secondary colours, orange, violet, green, which in turn enables the full spectrum to be mixed. Oddly, this wheel can be easily remembered with words only. Now, the paint companies have done a great job in cutting down the full spectrum to about 100 colour range. However, there is something to note. A lot of these colours are mixes of more than 2 pigments. To illustrate why this is important, I will explain my chart. My chart of the recommended colour set contains 12 tubes that have only 1 pigment and 7 others with more than 1 pigment that I use sparingly. The reason for this is that if you mix only 2 pigments to get the colour you want, you can always get back to that mix later. However, if you mix a couple of pigments, you will never achieve getting the same mix later, as you can see in this example. It is interesting to note I have heard of several landscape artists that do not have a green tube in their palette. So it is important to look at how many pigments make up the colour of the tube of the paint you are having in your colour palette. When you have made up your full set of colours, I would encourage you to buy this book titled The Colour Mixing Bible. It helped me tremendously. For the next step in painting a portrait, I encourage you to look at tutorial number 4, titled Palettes. If you want to know more, just book a one-on-one practical lesson with me via Zoom or privately, and I will guide you through painting your own self-portrait, all ages included. With every first-time lesson, you receive my tutorial handbook giving you a deeper understanding and explanation of procedures in tackling portraits. Just email via my website, johnbrain.art.